Hello and welcome to KLM Institute.
We've got some exciting and historic news today. The return of Donald Trump to the White House has shaken things up, and there's a lot to unpack from his second inaugural events and the flurry of executive orders he signed just after taking office. From border security to trade deals and global relationships, President Trump is already making bold moves. Let's dive into what's happening and what we can expect next. Just hours after being sworn in, Trump wasted no time, signing a slew of executive orders that set the tone for his second term. The Oval Office saw a flurry of activity as Trump addressed key issues such as immigration, trade, and national security. One of the biggest moves was declaring a state of emergency at the southern border to deploy armed forces. It's clear that Trump's stance on immigration hasn't softened. He's aiming to toughen policies further, and one of his key goals is ending birthright citizenship, a highly controversial issue that has sparked much debate in the past. He also made a bold move regarding the war on drugs by signing an order to designate Mexican drug cartels and other Latin American gangs as foreign terrorist organizations. This decision could escalate the U.S.'s approach to border security and impact the relationship between the U.S. and Mexico. But that's not all. Trump's administration has expressed concerns about the stability of countries in Latin America, citing the destabilizing effects of these criminal groups on both regional and U.S. security. As he danced at the Commander-in-Chief ball with First Lady Melania Trump, the atmosphere was more festive, but the serious tone of his presidency was already taking shape. The Trumps took center stage for their first dance, but even that moment didn't go unnoticed. Social media buzzed about the chemistry between the couple, as many pointed out how Melania maintained her calm demeanor, with little emotion showing during their slow sway under the spotlight. It's clear that this will be a second term full of high-stakes moments. Now, let's talk about the economic implications of Trump's new presidency, especially in terms of U.S.-India relations. India is closely watching Trump's return to the White House, and for good reason. Trump's protectionist policies are expected to shake up global trade, particularly when it comes to technology and pharmaceuticals. India, a global leader in IT and pharmaceuticals, could see changes in how it trades with the U.S. With Trump's emphasis on America first, we can expect tensions to rise in negotiations over trade deals, especially concerning tariffs and manufacturing. However, Trump has also shown a keen interest in strengthening the U.S.-India relationship from a strategic standpoint, particularly when it comes to countering China's influence in the Indo-Pacific. This could lead to closer collaboration in defense and strategic initiatives, but the trade angle remains tricky. And it's not just India that Trump's presidency will affect. His relationship with Israel is another area to keep an eye on. Over the years, Trump has been a strong ally to Israel, particularly in his recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Expect this bond to continue, with Trump likely continuing to support Israel's stance in the Middle East, especially in its ongoing conflict with Iran. His unwavering support for Israel could lead to a shift in U.S. foreign policy, further isolating the U.S. from some of its European allies who may have a more neutral or critical approach to Israel. When we turn to global powers like China and Russia, Trump's presidency is bound to cause ripples. His foreign policy toward China will likely remain one of confrontation, especially in areas such as trade, technology, and human rights. Trump has often criticized China's economic practices and their handling of issues like intellectual property theft and trade imbalances. A second term could bring more tariffs and economic pressure on China. As for Russia, Trump's relationship with Putin is a curious one, full of tension and mutual respect. While his critics point to his past friendly gestures toward Russia, we can expect his administration to focus on strengthening NATO and ensuring that Russia doesn't expand its influence in Europe, particularly in places like Ukraine. Trump's stance on Ukraine is also critical. He's expressed his belief that the war between Russia and Ukraine could end quickly, with Ukrainian President Zelensky willing to negotiate with Russia. This could shift the trajectory of the conflict.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Congratulations, Mr. Vice President.
Trump's second term promises to be one of significant change on both the domestic and global fronts. From reshaping international relationships to signing bold executive orders, his actions will likely reverberate across the world. The impact on trade, security, and foreign policy will shape the future of the United States, and the rest of the world is watching closely to see how these developments unfold. Stay tuned to KLM Institute for more updates as we continue to track this fascinating and fast-moving story.